Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I wonder if my friend from North Carolina would engage in a colloquy. So if I'd like to pose a question to Ms. Ross, given what was just said. Mr. Zwanitzer was the ghostwriter of what you just described, and the ranking member before you described as a book about the death of President Biden's son. Why was President Biden, according to Special Counsel Hur, reading from classified materials about Afghanistan to his ghostwriter in a book that was solely about the death of President Biden's son? You don't care to answer? I can understand.
I didn't yield, and I don't have any information about that. I
see.
suggest that you use your 4
I'm not looking
minutes
for I'll reclaim
to address
my time then.
the contempt resolution.
Time belongs to the gentleman from North Carolina.
Yeah, that's my time. I offered to engage in a colloquy which would have the effect of refuting the absurd allegation that you made. But I can understand why you don't want to answer, because it's an irrefutable point. No one that I know about who's interested in securing Mr. Zwanitzer's compliance with the lawful process served upon him has had anything to say about the death of Beau Biden. No one's read from the parts of the book about Beau Biden to frame this matter. The question is, why was Joe Biden reading from classified materials to somebody without a security clearance in a matter for which he was going to be paid $8 million? And this Congress needs to investigate and consider what is necessary, and it is the committee vested by this House of Representatives with inquiring into the grounds for impeachment of the selfsame president. And the hypocrisy is mind-blowing. I wonder if Steve Bannon could imagine that someone might, for a political purpose, pursue a contempt resolution. But there's no political purpose here. It is the responsibility of this person who received classified information to provide what he has to this committee to evaluate. It's just almost, it's unspeakable. I was thinking about the legislative purpose that was cited in order to secure the personal private income tax returns of President Trump. We can all say with certainty that there was no motivation of a political sort involved in that. Wow. Calling the tune requires playing by the tune. But Mr. Zwanitzer is an ordinary citizen. The process served upon him to compel him to provide information to this committee is straightforward. He has, with the most frivolous of arguments, flouted his responsibility under law. It is this committee's responsibility to proceed. That's how it works. It's very simple, nothing more to it than that. It's time we get on with it. I'm fully in support of the A&S. Mr. Chairman, with that, I yield to anyone else who wants the time.
Good time.
Mr. Biggs from Arizona.
Thank you very much. When we listen to the first two speakers for Cross the Aisle, it is clear that they are infected with TDS. The ranking member could not utter a sentence without mentioning MAGA. But it gets to the point that Mr. Bishop, my friend, made. The ranking member said that we want to get a hold of, and quote, sensitive and deeply personal conversations with Zwanitzer, close quote. This was for a book that was going to be published. These were classified documents. And you want to tell us, oh, we want access to sensitive, deeply personal conversations with his ghostwriter who is making a bundle of money to publish a book. That's not deeply sensitive and personal. What it was illegal. The special counsel said he had classified documents from the time he was even the senator, some of which were still classified. And then Zwanitzer, showing a guilty mind, destroyed evidence when he was confronted about it. Yield back.